Hi, I'm Patrick Wray. Earlier this semester, I was given the opportunity to go on these tours of these green homes, these homes that were designed to be very environmentally friendly. And at the end of the tours, I asked the owners of the homes, what could people like me, what could people like college students like me, what could we do to benefit the environment that can't invest into these large solar panels? And their advice was really good. I think a lot of people should hear it, so that's what the focus of the video is. And it stars, Reese Shear, Jack Mason, and John Towers. So let's hear what they have to say.
Okay, my name's Reese Shear. I live here at Emory, and I've lived here for 25 years in this house that my wife and I built ourselves. She was the principal designer. She would design it, and then in the evening when I'd come in, I would critique it, and then she would redesign it. And by the time the excavator arrived, we took the design that she had on the sheet of paper and we went with it.
Reese owns 18 solar panels, but he also knows methods to reduce his carbon footprint without the large investment.
One thing that any student can do is think about what they buy. Just like with the automobile, you can think about where your food comes from. And if you buy locally, you're going to make a tremendous impact on your greenhouse gas your carbon footprint. And so you have to start with where you are. You have to start with what your choices are going to be in terms of how you're going to live. You have to choose where you're going to live, because you're probably, certainly as a young person, the biggest contribution to your carbon footprint is your automobile use. And you can grow your own garden. Once you're situated in a place, experiment with that. It doesn't have to be backbreaking. Just start with a 8x10 section, put a few tomato plants in, or even a box that a tomato plant could grow out of on a porch somewhere. So think about what you eat, think about where you're going to live, think about what you drive, think about what it is that you're fixing to rent. And when you think about it in terms of your impact, you're going to have a huge opportunity to lower your greenhouse gas emissions. I mean, that's something almost anybody can do. Talk to their landlord, think about where they're living, think about the car that they're about to buy, and you may be able, even in a rental house, to operate with a wood stove. You have to be safe and learn about it first, but you can do that.
Next we go to Jack Mason's house, who owns an array of 24 panels.
I had a father who was a tinkerer. He was always building things out of nothing. Dad was one of those people that made things work. And so I guess I inherited a little of that spirit. So I didn't really get started in solar seriously until 1977 when I worked at Miami University. There's where I started my thinking in solar and really wanting to do it. I had students that worked for the university, so I had my own students, and I required them to do a solar project after I really got to reading and thinking about it. And then I realized I'm having them do a project, I should do one.
Mason states that the future is upon us, and that future is solar energy.
What's happening right now, the state of solar electric, there are markets now that we have reached parity, which means it is cheaper to put solar on your roof than it is to buy your energy from the grid. One of the things that struck me in some of the reading that I was doing, that Thomas Edison, back when he was working with electrical things, he made a comment that the future was solar energy, that we should be getting our electricity someday from the sun. And I'd like to say that someday is here.
Last but not least, we head to John Towers' house, who has a more unique way of reducing his energy than Jack or Reese does.
We're not going for high tech, we're not going for perfection, we're just trying to make it easier to save energy, to keep, in the winter, keep the heat in the summer to keep the heat out, as inexpensively as possible.
John may be low-tech, but his methods are extremely effective. The modifications he has done to his home have helped lower his electricity bill to $29. John reduces his electricity in a very upbeat manner.
Everything's a compromise. You know, you find that you can't, there is no perfection. So you have to weigh the benefits and the disadvantages and just make your own decisions. It's kind of being conscious about everything and trying to figure out a way not to have to plug something in. And it's a challenge, and it's fun. I mean, it's a fun challenge. They're constantly trying to chip away at that, the kilowatt hours. I mean, it's, and that's what I suggest everybody do. You know, just when you're starting out, just start from where you are and say, well, how can I reduce this next month? How can I reduce this next month? And just keep doing it. And the same with waste. The same with your purchases. I mean, it's just about and trying not to sacrifice your lifestyle in the process. Still need to have fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you're influenced. I was most certainly influenced. I was influenced specifically by John Towers mostly. I really wish I had his optimism and upbeat attitude. I really do. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you.